Hey everybody, welcome to my latest video, which is an ultimate house reset. I am cleaning the things that I hate to clean and doing some touch-ups to make the house feel more new and fresh, and I thought I'd share this with you. So unfortunately for me, the first thing I need to do to get this house feeling fresh again is the patio and the garden. I need to pressure washer it. It's like watching a monkey try to work out this pressure washer. You would not believe how long it took me to get this thing on and working. But as you can see, we have white porcelain tiles and they are bright green from the winter, from all of the rain that we had. They look horrendous and they make the whole house feel dirty when you look out there. So I had to do the whole patio. It took me about 2.5 hours because you have to do every tile like this. But is that satisfying or is that satisfying? It was very pleasurable, I must say, even if I was freezing cold and soaking wet by the end of it. It was worth it. I actually can't believe how green the garden was from this winter. Is anyone else's garden particularly gross and green and covered in algae this year, or is it just us? Because yeah, it's always bad after the winter, but this, I mean, this was really, really gross. Anyone wondering what pressure washer I'm using? This is the Black & Decker pressure washer, which as you can see, does a pretty brilliant job. I also used it to go over our render. This is much harder to clean. A lot of the marks I just couldn't get off, but some of them, as you can see, some of the green algae came off quite quickly, but down at the bottom here, that was much tougher to remove. I think what I'm going to do is get a professional. A friend of ours is a professional tile cleaner, so I think I'm going to get him in a couple of months' time and get him to work his magic. And for now though, this will do, and I feel a lot better having it just done for now. This will keep me happy for the next couple of months. Honestly, could anyone else just watch videos like this all day? Like, this is me doing this video and I'm still sat here watching it on repeat because it is just so satisfying. I also went up on our decking and gave that a bit of a spray down as well, although this is composite decking, so it is plastic technically, and it is totally weatherproof. There was no dirt on it at all. However, the cover of our hot tub was a bit gross and covered in some green stuff, so I got that off. As you can see, I was miserable by the end of this, soaking wet, covered in God knows what, freezing cold. Even my socks were dripping wet because I did it in Crocs, which was an awful idea, but it's done. So the next job I want to do is the windows. The quickest way to clean windows for me is the Flash Sparkling Glasses Spray. This stuff is magic. It cleans glass so well, and obviously it's super quick because it's just a spray and a wipe down. If I wanted to, I could use my Karcher window vac, but honestly, after that experience doing the patio, I just want to clean these windows as quickly as possible. I want to be able to see my lovely clean garden through some clean glass. So I made sure to do the exterior and the interior as well, starting with our French doors that are in our back room. I then went through the entire house doing every single window. If it was on the ground floor, then I went outside and cleaned the exterior as well. If they were upstairs, that was a little bit trickier. I just sort of leaned out and did as best as I could, but I need to call the window cleaner to come and do the exteriors properly for us. I also cleaned our stairgate while I had the glass cleaner on me as well. Next on the reset to-do list was behind and underneath the sofa, a job that I hate to do. Does anyone else hate doing this? I've been putting it off, but as you can see, I am moving the sofa out of the way and I'm going to give it a proper clean. First of all, I needed to get all the toys, cat toys and child toys out from under the sofa. Even with my sofa blockers that you can see stuck to the floor here, toys still managed to get underneath. Then I went over it with the vacuum to get up any dust. Then I got a spray and I sprayed down my sofa blockers. These are amazing. I get these from Amazon and they stop toys. They usually stop toys from going underneath the sofa. This one was a bit grotty, so I took it off because I wanted to put a new sticker on the bottom of it. The sticker had got really dirty and dusty, so I just wanted to rip it off and put on a new one. So I took off the sticky stuff and put on some fresh double-sided sticky tape and I stuck that sofa blocker back down. Then I got my Flash Speed Mop and I really scrubbed the floor as hard as I could. Obviously this floor does not get cleaned very often because there is a sofa over the top of it, so I thought I'll really give it a thorough clean. I also got a magic eraser because I noticed some marks on the walls behind the sofa. It looked like the boys had maybe dropped a drink or something down the wall. There were lots of splashes, so I used the magic eraser to remove them. I also just took the opportunity while the sofa was out of the way to clean things like the radiator and the skirting boards that are usually stuck behind the sofa. I just took the chance to get in there and clean it all properly. Once that was all done, I could move the sofa back into position. You can see the sofa blockers just at the bottom of the sofa there. I then just quickly went over the sofa itself because this thing needs cleaning most days, thanks to my children. Did a quick vacuum and popped the playmat back and it was good as new. Another thing I've been putting off is cleaning behind the microwave. I clean my kitchen a lot, but I do not move this microwave as often as I should, as you can see. So the first thing I did was got the handheld vacuum and vacuumed up all of the crumbs and things that have decided to live under the microwave. And then I could wipe down the surface efficiently, and that is what I found. So my bad for not doing this more often. Also, the back of the microwave was really grotty, so I made sure I wiped that down, and then all of the things that live on top of the microwave, and I feel so much better for doing this. Okay, next thing I want to do is some paint touch-ups around the house. I find the house feels so fresh and new if I keep on top of the paint. I bought these touch-up pens from Amazon, so you just use this syringe to pop the paint in the little touch-up pen here, put the top on, and you can use these pens around the house to do little scuffs and paint touch-ups. So I did one for the wall paint, one for the skirting boards, one for the kitchen cupboards. I made sure that I labeled labelled them all so I can see which is which. I can just keep these in the cupboard, and whenever I need to do a quick little paint touch up, I can just grab them. That's the idea. They are in my Amazon store, which is linked in the description box if you want to get yourself a set of these. I started with the kitchen cupboards. There were a few nicks on these kitchen cupboards, so I just went over those little scratches and made sure that I painted on top of those. Then I went and did the skirting boards, which, as you can see, there were lots of scuff marks. Obviously, being skirting boards, that is going to happen. So I made sure I touched those all up. I also needed to do a little touch up in Cooper's room. Little tip, go over these rollers with some sticky tape and you'll get all the fluff off and stop it getting stuck in the paint. But there is a mark on Cooper's wall in his room where his baby monitor used to be stuck on there, as you can see. So I got a tester of the paint to match this wall, and I'm just using a roller to just completely cover up this mark, and hopefully when it's dry it will look fresh and new. But guys, I hope you enjoyed my ultimate house refresh and reset, cleaning the things and doing the things that I hate to do. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in my next video.